Welcome back to the Edwards Report. My name's Kalen, and today we're breaking down what exactly is happening with buy now, pay later apps and how they're exploding this holiday season. Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm promise easy shopping, but beneath the surface, BNPL is fueling a quiet debt crisis that's hitting young shoppers the hardest. So what's really going on in the world of BNPL, especially during the holiday season? Let's find out.
Klarna really helped me finance my Rolex. And I was listening to you guys. You guys was right. I'm pulling out loans and, I'm not really investing it wisely.
Buddy bought a Rolex on Klarna? What?
So you know what? I pulled out a bigger loan and I was like, let me buy something which I know is going to uphold value over like years. So I bought this in it. And with Klarna, because I have a great credit score in it, Klarna gave me an option to pay like £3.94 for like 943 months. And when you really deep it, that's little money. And I know guys will say, yeah, it's something like 4 years. So I don't mind that at all.
I just want to know how much you owe Klarna. Because, baby, this morning when I opened up the app, I owed them $601. But listen, though, I put $200 for my daily pay. And I received that payment this morning. And I put that whole $200 towards what I owe for Klarna. So now...
Hey, that's smart. That's smart. Hey, can't hate that, right? She's doing the responsible thing.
I only owe $424. Girl, don't you know I got payments all the way up to March 2026. And when I first downloaded Klarna, they gave me $500. Now I'm at $1,000, and really I feel like I'm over $1,000 because when I add up these two amounts, it comes up to be like $1,020. But baby, you gotta know what you doing when you fucking with these apps, because when I tell you they addictive, because who finna pay full price? Not me. They got tap pay. I'm using.
You should. I get it though. Like if you see like, okay, this could be broken up into 4, and they say easy payments. If they didn't add that little adjective in there, easy payments, it probably wouldn't be as effective, but they know what they're doing. But when you see the option, especially if you're online shopping, you don't feel it. You don't feel it. This is why people like Dave Ramsey be telling people to carry around cash envelopes so that you can see the money. $100, it don't hit the same as it used to. But if you hold $100, you're going to be like, hold up. I don't want to give you $36 for this Chipotle. I don't want to give y'all this for that. Like, come on.
They got tap pay. I'm using Klarna. Baby, I don't care if I got $50 in my account. Guess what I'm using? Klarna. Baby, I'm going to split that payment up into 4 payments. I'm going to make that first payment, and I'm going to stress the rest of my money out until I can't no more. Because why not split it up into 4 payments if you can?
Baby, afterpay, Klarna, I ain't listening to y'all no more, friend. Y'all got me. I am not listening to y'all no more. So I was cool. I was excited. Everything went good on the first payment. Second payment came out 2 weeks later. Okay, I'm cool. Now this third payment come out. I'm like side-eyeing a little bit on the third payment. But then the fourth payment came out 2 weeks later. And I feel like I've been robbed. Like, I already got my little whoop-de-whoop. Why is y'all still taking my money?
That's where they get you. Folks don't delay gratification. They forget what they got. They get it. You get the instant gratification. It feels good. But after you got it, we've all felt this feeling. After you get it, a few weeks later, it just kind of wears off. The novelty is gone. And then you're left with the debt for way longer than you anticipated. It's not worth it.
I'm going to call the police at this point. Baby, so do y'all tell me, do I need to call the police? Because these people is taking out my money-uns and fun-uns. Like, the thrill is gone. I done got my little whoop-whoop. You know what I'm saying? The thrill is gone. Why are y'all still taking my money? Why is y'all taking my money? So, this what I got. Little Coach tabby bag or whatever. Some I don't need. I think I like it.
She's acknowledging all the things. I'm like, is that bag really that nice to be in debt? Like, people are forgetting that you are working. You're exchanging your time for these wages a lot of the time. Is the bag worth it? Like, they really be having us cooked. They really have us cooked out here buying knickknacks and doodads and selling our life away. When really we just want to be at home, really we want to be on vacation, really want to be doing everything other than going and working these dead-end jobs for these pennies to buy these knickknacks. Just people talk about escaping the matrix and then you just participate in it. Like, what are we doing?
I think I really like this color. I haven't even wore her yet, but she cute, huh? She got a little chain, little strap or whatever. She got the little straps on there, but yeah, but the thrill is gone. Cause baby, at this point, I done had her for a month now. Like, why is y'all still taking my money? So friend, tell me what y'all be using y'all paying for y'all klarna, y'all afterpay for. Like, do y'all feel like me and think we need to call a popo because they still taking our money on us? Can you pay a bill with it? Maybe I need to pay the light bill or something. Pay the water bill, pay the gas bill or something, to see how I feel about that.
I mean, if you're going to use it at all, that might be better. Like if you in an emergency, like people probably using it for an emergency fund, which, most Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up. But imagine not even having an emergency fund and then having access to these funds, in the form of these lines of credit, and then blowing it on silly stuff. That's what most people do. And that's why most people are broke.
I'll try it again, friend, but y'all tell me in the comments what y'all use y'all afterpay for and how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like me? Do the thrill be gone after you get your stuff and you want them to stop taking your money on or what?
You guys know we talk a lot about efficiency and value here. And that applies even to how you spend your downtime. I recently tested a platform called Free Cash, which helps users earn real rewards from quick online activities. It's simple to use. You can complete short offers such as app trials, surveys, or even gameplay sessions. And each one earns you points that you can redeem as cash, crypto, or even gift cards. So what stood out to me is how user-friendly the dashboard is. You can check your progress in real time, and I was able to complete my first cash out almost immediately. Now, I know some of you guys are wondering if this is legit or not, but don't you worry because Free Cash has a 4.8 star rating on Trustpilot and is backed by over 200,000 verified reviews, which gives this platform, I'd say, some pretty solid credibility. So if you guys like to check it out, go ahead and use the link at the top of the description box below, or you can scan the QR code that's appearing on the screen. Thank you to Free Cash for sponsoring today's video.
Listen, I'm telling the game. So the game we're playing, we're at dinner, and the game we're playing is we have to show our klarna balance, and whoever has the highest balance has to pay the bill. Right, Julia? We're going to start with my mom. Her balance is $99.11. Okay? I have to pull that up. Okay, is anybody else? Why you always think you're supposed to wait to the end? Come, pull it up. Get it closer. Pull it up here.
$64.49.
$64.49.
You cheated because you just said you ordered something else.
Yeah, she's cheating. Hold on. That is an old balance.
That is it. Be quiet. No, you cheated. You just said
Nina, what's your balance, Nina?
You did.
Pull it up. Pull it closer to the phone. We can't see. We can't.
What y'all think Nina balance is? That's like 400. Let's see.
Okay, that is 92.84. What was yours? 99.
Look at Joy. Let's see Joy.
Oh, let's see Joya. Don't have. Oh, Joya, put that in your mouth. Oh, it's Joya. Move that finger, girl. Move.
Oh!
What you bought?
Some new staple pieces.
It doesn't matter. Joya just knocked it out the park. It's not 500.
Klarna, come to the front. It's time to get up in that business. If you ever heard the news, Klarna is going public, which means you can buy shares of the company. But it also means you can see how much money they've been making off of y'all, not me, all right? And today I'm feeling nosy. Let's go into their finances. I literally prepare these documents for a living so I know where to look, and we dive in deep. Let's eat. So at first glance, the numbers are interesting. $112 billion in GMV, which is basically just purchases, not their revenue, okay? So there's been $112 billion of purchases on Klarna. Recession indicator? Let's do a recession indicator count. The number of Klarna customers increased 31% year over year. Let's put another thing on the recession indicator to 111 million people.
That's most of the country, y'all, or almost most of it. What was like a third? Woo! We're cooked.
27 million of which be on Klarna monthly. Y'all fiending. It's time for battle of the brokest country, all right? Who's using Klarna the most out of all the countries that use it? It's not who you think. Drum roll, please. Sweden. With 32 purchases made a year, that is almost 3 times a month they pull in on that Klarna, compared to US only 6, which I'm kind of surprised about. And what are people spending the most money on? In the US, it's apparel.
Wow. Let's see. We got clothes, clothes for us in Germany. Sweden is buying clothes too, beauty products. Man, I don't like this distribution. I don't like it at all. A lot of this stuff is just not necessary. It's all just convenience. It's all leisure. It's all just cooked.
Y'all won't even be stepping like that for real. Either there's an addiction to being fly or it's another recession indicator. Where are people shopping using Klarna? H&M and M. This is not even needs. In 2024, Klarna made $2.8 billion with a B. These numbers are in millions, all right? But let's look a little bit closer, all right? What do we see here? Provision for credit losses of almost $500 million. Credit losses are basically how much money they think they're not going to be able to collect, all right? So that's a really ugly number. They're taking on too many people who ain't got it.
And they got into trouble with this. I mean, they were having some real trouble. Not saying they're about to go out of business because, you know, they'll probably get bailed out anyway, but they started tightening up things, changing and reported to credit bureaus, and it's just not looking good for them.
Which obviously, buy now, pay later, that provision increased 40%. And I have to apologize to the folks in Sweden. Y'all are not really broke. It really is the Americans, because it increased because of a change in their market mix, with the United States contributing larger shares. So we are the broke ones. Either way, they haven't really been able to pull a profit. They pulled a profit in 2024, but if you can see why, it's because they had some, rogue other income. It's not from their real business model. You can also see that it's costing them a lot more money to actually loan people money. If you aren't collecting money from the people you are loaning the money to, and it's also more expensive to loan those people money, that's a margin squeeze, which means they're fucked. Maybe I could do another video, guys. Let me know what you guys want to hear. Do you want to know if it's a good investment? You can get in at the IPO price through Robinhood. I think they've been given a few shares. You have to kind of go on their website and actually
These people ain't about to invest. They ain't got it. Because it don't make no sense to be investing, especially in an IPO, which you're going to get cooked initially. You are. If you ain't got no money to even pay down the loan. Yeah. I mean, now I'm seeing how many people are using this. I'm getting some ideas. I might have to go purchase some shares myself. No, I don't invest in individual companies like that. But don't be buying those shares if you're in debt to them. Like, that doesn't make any sense. BNPL isn't just a payment plan. It's a psychological trap. Almost 92 million Americans use these services. And I don't think that they're better off because of it. With BNPL, people spend 20% more than they would otherwise. And now we're seeing up to 41% have missed payments in the past year. Do y'all think that that's going to improve this holiday season? Do y'all think that the increased inflation, the cost of living, and the government shutdown has encouraged people to be more fiscally responsible when they're not even getting their paychecks? No. So let's clear up some of the top myths that people believe about BNPL, which leads them to using these apps. Myth number 1, that BNPL is interest-free, so it's risk-free. That couldn't be further from the truth, because once you miss a payment, late fees and even retroactive interest can turn that 0% into a costly debt. Myth number 2 is that BNPL isn't real debt and it doesn't affect your credit. Well, that's a lie, because the truth is, starting within the past few months, BNPL loans will be reported to credit bureaus, and missed payments can tank your FICO score just like missed credit card bills. Y'all, they crack down on it, because a lot of y'all, I'm not saying people in this audience, maybe not people in this audience, but a lot of people were getting these BNPL apps and they were just running up the bill and scamming. They weren't paying at all, and they shut that stuff down. Myth number 3 is only low-income shoppers use BNPL. And that's not true either, because BNPL is popular across all groups, wealthy and budget-strapped alike. Convenience can be costly for everyone, so you have to put your thinking caps on and not fall into these traps. Myth number 4 is that BNPL protects me from overdraft and hidden fees. That's not true either, because most apps auto draft from your account. So they're going to get your money if they possibly can. And if your bank account is low, you get hit with both the overdraft fees and the late fees, even risking your rent and utility payments. Does that sound like a good idea to y'all? So we've heard all the myths. So now let's talk about the reality. All right, let's have our come to Jesus moment. BNPL divides purchases into tiny payments, so your brain tunes out the true costs. Instead of $200 shoes, you're agreeing to 4 easy payments of $50. Sounds good until it's not. Sounds cute till it's not. BNPL debt multiplies as people hold multiple BNPL loans. 63% of users juggle more than one loan at a time. It's the illusion of control until all those payments come due at once, especially after the holiday shopping. So do you guys use BNPL apps? Let me know in the comment section below why you do or why you don't.
Oh, Klarna saying that y'all have scammed me for the last couple of months and they told you to reach out to your financial institution. After you untold them, you don't know what they're talking about. I mean that Klarna has frauded you for the last 4 months, saying that you never authorized a transaction is very suspicious. This is fraud. I want all my money back. Who shops at Target, Amazon, or Expedia?
So this is like a skit of people who like to scam, or try to at least, these BNPL companies, run up the entire tab, max out, and then try and file a dispute at the bank saying that this was fraud and that, they didn't authorize this, but they have the receipts.
That much. You have me and Klarna on the phone sitting here talking about I don't know anything about this, and Klarna sits here and says, hold one moment, I'm going to go ahead and send my documentation. And what do they send? All of the signed agreements that you have, your Amazon hauls, your Target runs, and your full Expedia trip that you have paid with them. Baby, Klarna didn't scam you. All of these transactions were split into 4. After your shopping trip, now you want to say that you have no money and you don't know what's going on. Baby, Klarna even had your timestamps, your IP address, your purchase agreements, and the device that you made the purchase from. Baby, the digital breadcrumbs lay right to your address, which is the same address that these packages were delivered to. I think you're going to have to try again. Klarna not playing.
A woman laughed at you at Target because you paid with Klarna for a baby bouncer that you bought. I mean, that's not funny. People got to do what they got to do. Not sure if it's a single mom, maybe not. But especially if this is your first baby, it's shocking. I got 2 kids. It's very shocking. Them baby bouncers are like a third parent. Like they come in clutch. So something like that, I mean, man, if you're down bad enough to have to get that with BNPL after you just had a baby, you might have to do it. That might have to be justified. But laughing at you over that is insane. People are pretty cruel.
Y'all, if you are tired of being bounded by bills and you want to break, but you also don't want to move with your cousin and your auntie and all them, you ain't really trying to do all that, this is what I need you to do. I need you to start focusing on your afterpay accounts. All right, if you go log up and make an afterpay and you got $500, okay, let's go ahead and start building that up. Use that when you go to the grocery store. Use it when you go to certain places, and go ahead and build it up. Now, once you build it up and you decide to break your lease or wherever you live, your lease is up, I want you to go ahead and spend about $1,000 in Airbnb gift cards. So you're going to go on Afterpay, you're going to buy $1,000 worth of Airbnb gift cards. That's only going to cost you $250 at that moment.
This is already starting to get complicated. I don't like it. If you don't have the money and you start having to get super creative with the financing in order to take vacations and do cool stuff, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I'm going to let her cook, though. I'm going to let her cook before you start cooking her, just in case.
Right? Because you're paying for. Once you find an Airbnb that you want to go to, I like to book weekly because of my lifestyle. I work somewhere on the weekends, so I go to work and make cash on the weekends. I like to book weekly. I kind of pick a city that's not far from where I work, and I book an Airbnb, and I just stay there for the week.
I see that. Just location independent. being a nomad, if you will. I love that lifestyle. If you have, a job that allows you to do it, but I don't like the creativeness of the BNPL and doing all this extra stuff. Gift cards with Airbnb. I don't like it. I mean, maybe it works, but we already see how irresponsible folks are. If you're not following all these steps and keeping up with it, it's not for you. But in her defense, she's probably going to say that.
I'll spend about $250 to $300 a week just staying in the Airbnbs, but I don't pay any light bills. I don't pay any water bills. I pay no electric bills. And I'm actually able to save up my money and pay in for my lifestyle. So, I mean, if you got money, go ahead and load it up on your Airbnb account and just take a break. This could be a break for you to save up some checks. This could be a break for you to do some self-discovery. This could be a break for you to just travel and wing it and live life the way you want. Go ahead and use these paying for accounts to fund the lifestyle that you want, honey.
I get what she's advocating for. I get what she's pitching. I don't like it. Again, I think it's too complicated. And we know stuff start getting complicated with folks. They start having a little responsibility and it goes downhill. So idealistically, this makes sense, in theory. But we know that human psychology and their behaviors and actions do not quite match up with what is the most efficient and what makes sense. So more power to her if she's able to do this. I hope that she doesn't dig herself in a hole, because sometimes, you start delaying these payments. You start getting instantly gratified by being able to do things that you otherwise have to save money for. You start thinking, I quite like this. And you just dig yourself a big hole and then boom, they get you. Hopefully that's not what's going on with her.
Without the stress. That's what it's here for. It's not just here for you to buy some little Gucci sandals and all that. It's here for you to take a break. If you need a break.
I don't know why it's here at all, honestly. Forget the Gucci sandals. You definitely shouldn't be buying it with that. But
go ahead and get the Airbnb gift cards and live in Airbnbs. You're going to have to get a storage unit and put your stuff in there if you want to hold on to the stuff, or get rid of the stuff. You can get new stuff. Like this is life, new things you can have. Rebuild your life, refocus on what you want to do, and use the Airbnbs to go travel around and figure out where you want to settle down if that's what you want to do. You can be free and you don't got to be bounded. Okay.
Oh no, that's a bad message. This is definitely not freedom. This is bondage. She should have said you can be in bondage and do what you want to do for a little bit until it's time to pay the piper. Yo, this is just kicking the can down the road. If you had the money, you wouldn't have to do this, right? So can we at least level with each other and say that if you're doing creative stuff like this, you probably don't have the money, okay? Because if you do and you really got it, you're not wasting your time trying to do this. Because if you make enough to where you can do the stuff that she's trying to do comfortably, it's not even worth your time trying to track down and do all this stuff. So I'm making the assumption, and I think that I'm right, that you shouldn't be doing this, especially if this even seems enticing to you. I get it. I get why it could work. It's just a bad idea.
Okay, so use afterpay, use Airbnb, use your brain. If you want to be free, be free. You're not bounded.
This will put you in bondage. It will. You will be financially cooked, strapped in with invisible chains. Don't do this.
If it's afterpay, I'm going to pick it every time. If there is an option for afterpay, I'm clicking it. I don't care how much money I have. I don't even care how much the product is. If it's $5, then I'm paying 4 payments of $125. They literally made afterpay for us girls. It's girl math. We like, okay, so if I have to break this up, it's really like I'm not even paying for anything. Am I right? They need to start doing afterpay for cars, houses. I'm going to pick it every time. Because what? You mean to tell me that I can pay this later? Oh yeah, I'm going to pick it. But my problem is, stop texting me. Because I know when it's due. I know it's due today. You don't have to text me, email me. They be like, hello, your payment is due tomorrow. And then boom, that gets paid. And then 2 days later, your next payment. Girl, stop texting me. I know when it's due.
This holiday, BNPL is expected to drive over $20 billion in online sales. Nearly half of all holiday shoppers plan to use it, especially for gifts and even basic essentials. Y'all, we just had a huge government shutdown and we've seen tons of people using BNPL for groceries. Imagine you are buying your food today with BNPL. You digest it, you eat it, and you're still going to be making payments on that food in the future. It's crazy. Monthly BNPL usage in the US has jumped 21% since last year. And now we're seeing among Gen Z that 72% of Gen Z people, of Gen Z younger folks, have tried BNPL and half have missed a payment. The average transaction is $142, with users often stacking loans and increasing the risk. A lot of people are flexing their purchasing power, their buying power on these apps, but it's not really the flex that they think it is. Last holiday season, we saw shoppers were still paying off BNPL gifts in April, some even into June. This year, with inflation and wages barely keeping up, more young adults are using BNPL for basic needs, not just the big ticket items. But as BNPL payments get reported to credit bureaus this fall, falling behind is more dangerous than ever. Your credit can suffer instantly. Legal experts are calling this a potential credit disaster for younger Americans. So it's looking like BNPL made holidays feel more affordable in the moment, but the pain can last for months after.
We really went from layaway to afterpay. We went from buying things before you get it to getting things before you buy it.
Klarna and afterpay. You want to talk about two companies y'all can't make me stop using? That's going to be Klarna and afterpay, baby. Y'all asked that we give up Target. I gave up Target. I'm with y'all. I stand in solidarity. But with Klarna and afterpay, those are two companies I'm going to forever make sure it's paid on time, make sure it's available when I need to use it. That's like having a Black American Express to me. I can use it anywhere, anytime I get ready. Put that in real quick. Credit is good. It's no interest. It's like having a credit card without having to pay any kind of interest or anything. I don't understand why people have this negative connotation when it comes to using Klarna and afterpay.
Because it puts you in bondage. I mean, y'all are defending this. I don't know why. Like, man, they've really got people tricked. Or y'all are uninformed, misinformed. I don't know. All this creative financing, like they defend this religiously. That's crazy. I've never seen people want to be in bondage so badly. And yeah, I know we kiki and haha about it, but the reason it's not funny to me is because I do this and I be seeing people and I see the debt payoff journeys and it be hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. And it makes people delay getting married, delay having children. They have these student loans. The cost of living is only going up higher. And because we can't delay gratification, we just end up having to delay everything else. This sounds good. It looks good, but it ends up biting you. It ends up hurting.
But baby, I don't give a damn because I'm going to use Klarna and afterpay. And baby, I ain't going to miss the payment because I don't want them to try to take it away. And it kind of pissed me off when afterpay took away the no money down. But hey, I understand. People was probably trying to get over on y'all. So I'm not that person. I'm going to make sure it's paid. But that's two people or two companies that y'all ain't going to make me stop using. Klarna and afterpay will forever be a part of my spending habits. I had a guy tell me one time, you always got on some nice shoes, Randers. You know, I go into the Nike factory, I get stuff at a discount. Unless you're going to break it up into 4 easy payments, brother, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
So let's lay it all out plain. Here are the dangers that these users are underestimating. I think that they're underestimating the late fees and how they can pile up because that 0% plan that you think that you're getting, yeah, one missed payment and it ain't so cheap. Auto payments can trigger overdrafts and more fees, putting basic bills at risk. Unpaid debts sold to collections damage credit for years. HUD warns that some shoppers are skipping rent to pay off their BNPL first. So now we're seeing how this debt stacking is affecting and threatening your housing stability. So I know you're wondering, after hearing all this bad news, what's the way out, right? If this wasn't a problem, people wouldn't be using it. This isn't just about avoiding the trap, all right? The capitalistic system in America is not working for everybody, as we can see. But I want to appeal to you that this is kind of a mindset thing as well, okay? It's not just avoiding the trap. It's about living by a higher principle. Proverbs 22:7 says that the borrower is slave to the lender. What they're pitching as freedom, these companies are doing, people are internalizing that and they're believing it, only to find themselves in more bondage. Scripture isn't just ancient advice, y'all. This is the word of God, and it's the most practical solution in this circumstance. The biblical way urges restraint, wise planning, and putting others first, not just instant gratification. And I think that that is the root issue of all this. We don't know how to delay gratification anymore. There used to be layaway. Now we have buy now, I want it, I'm going to pay for it later. That's crazy. Proverbs 21:20 says that precious treasure and oil are in a wise man's dwelling, but a foolish man devours it. Romans 13:8 says to owe no one anything except to love each other. So in so much as you can, we should be avoiding debt, not running towards it. Biblical wisdom is not restrictive. It's actually freeing. And the irony is the people that promise you freedom in the form of these credit card and buy now, pay later companies are actually enslaving you. The Bible teaches to save first, buy what you can truly afford, and live generously without anxiety. This protects your peace, protects your relationships, and it protects your future. So if you want a holiday to remember, don't pay for it with regret. Make wise decisions and you'll never regret it in the future. So as you guys can see, BNPL can spread out payments, but it can quietly wreck your budget and your freedom financially and spiritually. This holiday, choose a better way. If you can't buy it in cash today, step back and reconsider. So let me know what you guys are gonna do in the comment section below. Was this video convincing enough for you? Hopefully it was. I'm trying to just help as many people as I can. I'm trying to, but some of y'all ain't gonna listen. Let me know in the comment section below what you're going to do. Thank you guys for watching this video. Pray that the Lord blesses you, that he keeps you, that he lifts his face towards you, that he turns his countenance towards you, that he gives you favor, and that he gives you peace.